Managing diabetes, whether type 1, type 2, or even prediabetes, is a relentless daily journey. It involves careful monitoring, dietary adjustments, and often medication. But what if there were fundamental, often overlooked pieces of the puzzle that could significantly ease this journey, helping your body to naturally regulate blood sugar more effectively? We're talking about essential micronutrients, specifically minerals, that play critical roles in glucose metabolism, insulin sensitivity, and overall cellular function. Many individuals with diabetes are surprisingly deficient in these vital elements, unknowingly making their condition harder to manage. Today on Ageless Health, we're going to uncover the top 3 minerals that every diabetic must seriously consider incorporating into their daily regimen, not as a replacement for medical advice or medication, but as powerful allies in the fight to lower blood sugar and improve metabolic health. We'll start by understanding why these tiny but mighty minerals are so crucial. Diabetes at its core is a disorder of how the body uses glucose, its primary fuel. Insulin, a hormone produced by the pancreas, is the key that unlocks cells to allow glucose to enter. In type 2 diabetes, cells become resistant to insulin's effects, a condition known as insulin resistance, or the pancreas doesn't produce enough insulin. In type 1, the body's immune system attacks insulin-producing cells. In both scenarios, the delicate balance of blood sugar regulation is severely disrupted. Many conventional approaches focus on medication to either increase insulin production, improve insulin sensitivity, or slow glucose absorption. However, the cellular machinery that handles glucose and responds to insulin relies heavily on a complex symphony of vitamins and minerals. When even one of these essential components is missing or deficient, the entire system can falter, making blood sugar control an uphill battle. It's like trying to run a complex engine with a vital part missing. It simply won't perform optimally, no matter how much fuel you pour into it. The first essential mineral on our list, a true champion for blood sugar regulation, is chromium. You might have heard of it before, often mentioned in relation to weight loss or metabolic health, but its role in diabetes is profound and well documented. Chromium is an essential trace mineral that plays a crucial part in carbohydrate and lipid metabolism. Its primary mechanism of action in the context of diabetes involves enhancing the action of insulin. Think of insulin as the key that unlocks your cell's door to allow glucose in. Chromium acts as a kind of lubricant for that lock, making the key work more efficiently. It's a critical component of a molecule called chromogulin, which helps insulin bind more effectively to its receptors on cell surfaces. When insulin binds efficiently, cells are more receptive to glucose uptake, leading to lower blood sugar levels. Numerous studies have investigated the impact of chromium supplementation on individuals with diabetes and insulin resistance. Research consistently shows that chromium picolinate, a highly bioavailable form of chromium, can improve glycemic control, reduce fasting blood sugar levels, and lower HbA1c, which is a key indicator of average blood sugar over 2 to 3 months. For people with type 2 diabetes, chromium supplementation has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, meaning their bodies can utilize insulin more effectively to move glucose out of the bloodstream. Even for those with prediabetes or metabolic syndrome, increasing chromium intake can be a proactive step to prevent the progression of the condition. Many individuals with diabetes are found to have lower levels of chromium, suggesting that dietary intake might not be sufficient to meet their metabolic demands, especially when the body is already under the stress of glucose dysregulation. So, how much chromium is typically recommended, and how can you ensure you're getting enough? While there isn't a universally agreed upon optimal dose specifically for diabetes, many studies showing benefits have used dosages ranging from 200 to 1,000 micrograms per day, often in divided doses. Chromium picolinate is generally considered the most effective and well-absorbed form. It's important to start with a lower dose and gradually increase if necessary, under the guidance of your healthcare provider. Dietary sources of chromium include broccoli, grapes, whole grains, and lean meats, but achieving therapeutic doses through diet alone can be challenging, especially with soil depletion and modern food processing. Therefore, supplementation often becomes a practical and effective way to ensure adequate intake. Always remember to discuss any new supplement with your doctor, as chromium can, in rare cases, interact with certain medications, though it is generally considered safe for most people when taken within recommended limits. Moving on to our second vital mineral, one that is arguably deficient in a vast portion of the general population, not just diabetics, is magnesium. Magnesium is a true workhorse in the human body, involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions. Its role in blood sugar control is multifaceted and absolutely critical. Firstly, magnesium is essential for proper insulin secretion from the pancreas. Without sufficient magnesium, the pancreatic beta cells, which produce insulin, cannot function optimally. Secondly, it plays a key role in insulin sensitivity. Magnesium helps to make your cells more responsive to insulin. When magnesium levels are low, insulin resistance can worsen, meaning your body needs to produce more and more insulin to achieve the same effect of moving glucose out of the blood. This can lead to increased stress on the pancreas and higher blood sugar levels. The connection between magnesium deficiency and diabetes is so strong that it's often described as a vicious cycle. Diabetes can lead to magnesium depletion through increased urinary excretion, and conversely, low magnesium levels can exacerbate insulin resistance and worsen glycemic control. This cycle makes it incredibly difficult for individuals to manage their condition. Studies have consistently demonstrated that magnesium supplementation can improve insulin sensitivity, lower fasting blood sugar, and reduce HbA1c levels in individuals with type 2 diabetes and even in those at high risk. It also plays a role in glucose uptake by cells and glucose metabolism, essentially helping your body use sugar more efficiently. Furthermore, magnesium has additional benefits that are particularly valuable for diabetics, such as supporting cardiovascular health, nerve function, and reducing inflammation, all of which are often compromised by diabetes. The recommended daily allowance for magnesium for adults typically ranges from 310 to 420 milligrams, depending on age and gender. However, for therapeutic effects in diabetes, higher dosages may be considered, usually between 250 to 500 milligrams of elemental magnesium per day, often split into 2 doses. Various forms of magnesium supplements are available, with magnesium citrate, magnesium glycinate, and magnesium malate often recommended for better absorption and fewer gastrointestinal side effects compared to less absorbed forms like magnesium oxide. Rich dietary sources of magnesium include leafy green vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, whole grains, and dark chocolate. Despite these sources, modern diets and agricultural practices often result in insufficient intake, making supplementation a crucial consideration. As with chromium, it is imperative to consult your doctor before starting magnesium supplements, especially if you have kidney disease or are taking medications, as high doses can interact. However, for most healthy individuals, magnesium supplementation is safe and highly beneficial for overall health, particularly for blood sugar regulation. And now for our third powerhouse mineral that every diabetic should consider: zinc. Zinc is another essential trace mineral that is involved in countless biological processes, including immune function, wound healing, and DNA synthesis. But its connection to diabetes and blood sugar control is equally significant. Zinc plays a vital role in insulin production, storage, and action. It is necessary for the proper synthesis and secretion of insulin by the pancreatic beta cells. In fact, insulin itself is stored in the pancreas as hexamers stabilized by zinc ions. Without adequate zinc, the production and storage of insulin can be impaired. Beyond insulin production, zinc also influences how your cells respond to insulin. It acts as an antioxidant, helping to protect pancreatic cells from oxidative stress, which can be heightened in diabetic conditions. It also contributes to the maintenance of the structure of insulin receptors, thus potentially improving insulin sensitivity. Studies have shown that zinc deficiency is common in individuals with diabetes, and that supplementation can lead to improvements in glycemic control, including reductions in fasting blood sugar, post-meal blood sugar levels, and HbA1c. Zinc also plays a role in glucose utilization by peripheral tissues and can help reduce inflammation, which is a major contributor to insulin resistance and diabetic complications. Furthermore, zinc is crucial for proper wound healing, a common concern for diabetics, and helps support a healthy immune system, which can also be compromised by high blood sugar. The recommended daily intake for zinc is typically around 8 to 11 milligrams for adults. However, for therapeutic benefits in diabetes, dosages in studies have often ranged from 30 to 50 milligrams per day. It's crucial not to exceed upper tolerable limits for zinc, which is 40 milligrams per day for adults, without medical supervision, as excessive zinc can interfere with copper absorption and lead to other adverse effects. Good dietary sources of zinc include oysters, red meat, poultry, beans, nuts, and dairy products. Zinc picolinate, zinc gluconate, and zinc citrate are commonly used supplemental forms known for good absorption. As with all supplements, discussing zinc supplementation with your healthcare provider is essential, especially if you are taking other medications or have underlying health conditions. For example, high doses of zinc can interact with certain antibiotics and diuretics. However, when used responsibly and within recommended guidelines, zinc can be a profound ally in managing blood sugar. Now, let's bring it all together. Chromium, magnesium, and zinc. These three minerals are not merely optional extras, they are fundamental to the intricate processes that regulate your blood sugar. Their combined effects, enhancing insulin action, improving insulin secretion, increasing insulin sensitivity, protecting cells from damage, and supporting overall metabolic health, create a powerful, synergistic approach to diabetes management. Many people focus on macronutrients, carbs, fats, protein, but often forget that the efficiency with which our bodies process these macros is heavily dependent on the presence of these crucial micronutrients. It's important to understand that while these minerals offer significant benefits, they are not a cure for diabetes and should never replace prescribed medications or the foundational principles of a healthy diet and regular exercise. Instead, think of them as powerful complementary tools that can significantly enhance the effectiveness of your existing management plan. They can help your body work smarter, making it easier to achieve and maintain healthy blood sugar levels. For someone with diabetes, even a small improvement in insulin sensitivity or a modest reduction in HbA1c can have profound long-term health benefits, reducing the risk of devastating complications such as neuropathy, retinopathy, nephropathy, and cardiovascular disease. So, how do you integrate this knowledge into your daily life? First, talk to your doctor. Share this information with them and discuss which of these minerals might be most beneficial for your specific situation and at what dosages. Your doctor can also advise on potential interactions with your current medications and may even recommend blood tests to check for specific deficiencies. Second, prioritize dietary sources of these minerals. Make an effort to include magnesium-rich leafy greens, zinc-rich legumes, and chromium-containing whole grains in your meals. However, acknowledge that supplementation might be necessary to reach therapeutic levels, especially if you have a confirmed deficiency or struggle to meet your needs through diet alone. Third, be consistent. Like any aspect of diabetes management, consistency is key. Taking your supplements daily, as recommended, is crucial for allowing your body to build up and utilize these minerals effectively over time. Consider the potential for a personalized approach. Some individuals might be more deficient in one mineral than another. Working with a healthcare professional, perhaps a registered dietitian or a functional medicine practitioner, can help tailor a supplement plan that is precisely right for your unique needs. They might also suggest other supportive nutrients, like alpha-lipoic acid or berberine, that also play roles in blood sugar management. The journey of managing diabetes is complex, but by focusing on these foundational micronutrients, you are empowering your body from the inside out. You are giving your cells the tools they need to function optimally, helping them to process glucose more efficiently, respond to insulin more effectively, and ultimately, to keep your blood sugar levels in a healthier range. The stories of individuals who have seen significant improvements in their blood sugar control after addressing mineral deficiencies are truly inspiring. These are not isolated anecdotes. They are backed by a growing body of scientific evidence. It's about leveraging natural pathways and giving your body what it needs to heal and regulate itself more effectively. Imagine a future where your blood sugar numbers are consistently more stable, where you have more energy, and where the constant worry about diabetic complications is lessened. This isn't a pipe dream. For many, it's a tangible reality made possible by understanding and addressing these fundamental nutritional needs. In conclusion, chromium, magnesium, and zinc stand out as three powerhouse minerals that every individual managing diabetes should seriously consider. By supporting insulin function, enhancing cellular sensitivity to glucose, and protecting against oxidative stress, these minerals offer a profound opportunity to significantly impact blood sugar control. They represent a fundamental layer of support for metabolic health, working in concert with diet, exercise, and medication to create a more robust and effective diabetes management plan. Remember, your body is an incredibly complex and intelligent system, and often, providing it with the right foundational building blocks can unlock its amazing capacity for healing and balance. Don't underestimate the power of these essential micronutrients in your journey toward better health and lower blood sugar. If you found this deep dive into minerals for diabetes insightful, please show your support by tapping the thumbs up button and subscribing to Ageless Health for more empowering, natural health strategies designed for your well-being. Share your experiences with these or other helpful minerals in the comments section below. Your wisdom can help countless others in our community. Until next time, take charge of your health, nurture your body with what it truly needs, and live an ageless life. Thank you for watching Ageless Health. Subscribe to stay healthy, naturally.